Hello, this is Pamela Yao again, and I want to talk to you about death and dying, how a woman views death and dying, and how a man views death and dying, okay? Um, I had to go through a situation where there were a lot of us, male and female, in the room at the hospital, and we had to make a decision on what to do for a patient. And the men I noticed were on one side of the room, all the women were on the other side of the room, and they had completely different opinions. The men didn't want feeding tubes, they didn't want anything to do with life support, none of that. The women wanted to do whatever it took to keep the person alive, hoping, things were going to get better. So, although they did see, a ray of hope, um, let's get to this. So, I decided to do some research. So, I went out to the parking lot and I asked a lady if she were in a wheelchair, would she or if she was disabled or something to that effect. What's her take on that? And she said, "Oh, I could live with that, no problem, as long as I can go to the school and watch my grandkids' Christmas things and enjoy things. I'm good." And then I would ask men their take on the subject, and most of them would say, shoot me in the head. Nah, shoot me in the head if I'm ever like that. I don't want to be like that. Shoot me in the head, okay? So, what I've realized is men view somebody with no strength, okay? They equate that with no life, okay? And a woman equates a person's mental state to them, that equals life, okay? So if you have a patient and there has to be some decisions made on the on the patient, I am telling you the way that they view it, and they cannot help it in any way. Cannot help it. Okay? The men view no strength, no life. Okay? The women view your mental state as life. Okay? And I also want to talk to you about when somebody passes, what happens between, what's the grieving process between a male and a female, because it's different, okay? The male, okay, if someone passes, and not, okay, not every time, okay? Not every single male, okay? Not every single male, okay? But the majority, okay? They may go to work the next day because they have to process what has happened, okay? Um, but they still have to focus on their drive, their expected end, okay? So they still have to focus on work, keep life going, but this is also their way of processing what has happened. They got to keep moving, you know. And a woman grieves mentally, okay? She cannot work. She's usually confused, weak. Okay, this is what happens when she grieves, okay? She may miss a lot of work. She's in confusion and she's physically weak, okay? That's what happens to a woman. So, anyway, that is my observation on death and dying, and I hope you got something out of it. And until next time.